Alright, YouTube family, I'm in the fight mobile on the way to meet a client, but then I read an article where Conor McGregor was saying, hey, you bums in the UFC should be thanking me for making you guys make more money. And I thought to myself, let me think about that more carefully. But everybody who's fought him or gotten fights with him, they gotten somewhat higher paydays, so that's a decent statement. But overall, I'm not defending what he said about him making everybody make more money. But what I am gonna say is about Conor McGregor. If you look at the pay-per-view buys for both he and Ronda Rousey, when they fight combined, they're responsible for, I guess, year to date, or since they've been banging it out in the ring, since all the pay-per-view buys been running, they're responsible for more than 70%, or roughly 70%, according to my calculations and little research I've done on the back end, of the UFC pay-per-view revenue. Okay, so that's why Conor McGregor can talk that type of smack, because he knows that he and Ronda Rousey are responsible for the heavy pay-per-view pull. Anderson Silva versus Nate Diaz, that came in decent, but just a little lower than Ronda Rousey's lowest pay-per-view fight sales. So just think about that, right? Now, if you know you got that type of pull, you're gonna talk smack. You're gonna say, oh, I'm the this, I'm the that. Personally, I wouldn't do it because I'm not that kind of guy. I mean, I like to keep it cool. I don't, the smack talking thing, it's just not in me. I can't do it. So maybe he's just talking smack because he's like, well, I gotta get the word out to make other people know, hey, they can ask for more money. If I can do it, those bums can do it too. Maybe that's what the deal is. So I'm not defending him. I'm just saying that he's responsible for a large pull. That's one of the reasons I'm going over my favorite bridge again that I always go over. Man, I can't wait to someone to jog this bridge. Yeah, I'll show it to you guys again. You guys probably seen that whole heap of times. But during the summer, I jog this bridge. I drive to one side, jog over and jog back. That's a total of 10 miles. So as I was saying, so now, that's one of the reasons why he's talking so much smack. Because he's like, hey, I pretty much make it do what it do, get money on the table. I'm the man that makes it happen for you people. And that's why, one reason why Dana White was upset that Ronda Rousey lost the belt, because he didn't have time to build Holly Holmes up into the type of champion that could sell pay-per-view fights, get her out there, and a rematch with Ronda Rousey. Now that would have been like, oh, pay-per-view money off the chain, baby, because everybody knew Ronda Rousey. So he wanted Holly Holmes to wait for that rematch with Ronda Rousey. But Holly Holmes, she's a fighter. She's not gonna be like, well, I'm gonna sit around and wait, because her people and what she's been doing over the last 11 years, they're in the fight business. She wants to fight. She wants to fight to make money. She don't, you know what I mean? It's not a political game for her. Her bills keep coming in consistently. So her money got to come in consistently. She has to fight to defend her title. She has to fight to make money. That's just her mindset, you know? And Dana White was, according to one of the articles I read, he was real upset over that. So now back to Conor McGregor. So if you know you're responsible for a large chunk of the revenue and you pull in high numbers, and your countrymen, the Irelands, are buying the fights up, drinking the whiskey and enjoying themselves, and the people love to see a fight. If you know that's the kind of game and power that you're bringing to the table, and you're getting compensated for it, that type of thing send you on an ego trip, and you can get high off your own Kool-Aid. You can get crazy and say, well, hey, this suit cost the lives of 2 elephants. 7 migrants had to die to get me this gold watch. You'll talk all type of crazy stuff because, you know, and don't get me wrong, maybe that's just Conor McGregor's style of flamboyance, is his style of attracting people, getting the press out there, making people get down people's radar. That's his thing, and that's what he does, and people are excited by that. Depending on the type of personality you have, and if you're not excited by it, you always want to see the big mouth get shut up and get the beat done. When Nate Diaz choked him out, legendary. Now, I'm excited because Nate Diaz is a legend. He took the fight on 7 days' notice. I'm not excited because Conor McGregor lost. But when Conor McGregor lost that fight, I mean, people everywhere were going like, see, he's not invincible. Nate Diaz shut him up, blah, blah, blah. And that's why the rematch may or may not kick it off in terms of a lot of pay-per-view buys, because of the fact that, hey, he's going back to the water cooler to get himself another fresh glass of Nate Diaz chokeout. So everybody want like, oh, I gotta see, is Nate Diaz gonna choke him out one more time? Oh, it's gonna be so great. So give Conor McGregor some credit, if you don't like him or not. He is a good draw. And I also blame the UFC for Conor McGregor being and Ronda Rousey being the main draw, because the UFC, they don't develop the stars, they don't market the stars well, they don't market the divisions well. Now, one of my main examples, if you disagree with me, look at the bantamweight division. Demetrius Johnson, one of the most dominant champions, and guess what? If he's on the main event card, after the undercard is done fighting, after people come and see their favorite guys fighting, guess what they start doing? They start leaving. No, I mean, I'm like, whoa, that's the main event, and you're leaving after you saw your favorite people fight. Everybody's rolling out at the main event. So the bantamweight division, it does not get the type of press, advertisement, or push behind it, or the UFC market machine is not behind the bantamweight division, because I'm like, Demetrius Johnson, he's good, dude. That guy work hard, he grind, pound for pound, he's really up there, he's good. But guess what? It's like he's not a boring guy. He's likable, he's marketable, he's smart. I mean, he's easygoing, you can talk to him, that type of stuff. But guess what? Straight up, UFC is not marketing that division. They're not putting anything behind that division. Same thing with the other women's division. Ronda Rousey division is the only division that's getting the hype. Otherwise, everything else is like, well, yeah. So, you know, so guess what? You can't really blame the fighters if the company is not marketing and getting behind their own product that they have. So you can't push that off on the fighters, right? So what I'm trying to say is, simply put, that's the reason why Conor McGregor can do all that stuff and make all these demands and get away with what he's getting away with. Because the UFC and Dana White and the people in marketing, they're not doing their job. They're leaving that job up to Conor McGregor, and he's gonna market himself. And guess what? He's gonna come demanding the check and getting paid the right amount for it, because he's doing his own marketing. The other fighters, they train full time. They don't have time to do all that type of stuff. Fortunately, Conor McGregor was able to do it. So, you know, that's just my 2 cents, guys. And so let's give Conor McGregor the props. See, I'm driving and I got a pullover right now, so that's why I gotta cut it short. I'm meeting a client to go with some financial information. That was assignment I got coming up. But anyhow, and that's why Conor McGregor can make these kinds of demands and ask for these type of things that he's asking for. Simply put, because he has a good machine behind him to get him out there. He knows the right thing to say and in front of the camera. And the UFC, they're also behind him, pushing him. Their marketing machine is behind him, giving him the type of support that he needs to have. They're backing him up. Now, Demetrius Johnson and the other guys don't have that, and that's where the unfairness comes in. And then you turn around and say, oh, well, you're not a good pay-per-view buy You're not a needle mover. You don't draw people out. Nobody wants to come see you. Well, guess what? Nobody wants to come see them because you're not advertising them. You know? So, and that's why the last heavyweight fight wind up going to Fox, the Fox card, the sucker card I call it, and then you wind up having guys pull out with these unexpected sudden injuries. You know what I mean? You know, undisclosed back injuries, injuries that you can't really confirm, but nonetheless they're injuries. So that's why Conor McGregor can do what he's doing and say what he's saying, because he's hustling and the UFC's behind him. The UFC pick who they want to be a star. They need to get behind everybody, everyone, and push everybody forward to the forefront. Push all the divisions, promote everybody, get everybody hyped, get everybody involved. Make it happen for everyone, not just a few selected people. And then you turn around and lowball everybody else. It doesn't work like that. Alright guys, that's my 2 cents from the Fight Mobile, and I'm out. And my next video is about the 3 big stars that's gonna be rolling out of the UFC. You don't believe me? Just watch. Alright guys, peace out.